Hello and welcome to Ebike Multnomah Falls. We're going to go over where to go and how to use these bikes, how to ride safely, and then we'll get you off having fun. So where to go? The route is really straightforward. There's only two roads out here, the freeway and the historic Columbia River Highway and the State Trail. So don't get on the freeway. And to get started, you're going to head down out of our driveway and turn left. You'll find two stop signs and you'll take two more lefts. Shortly after that, you'll be at Horsetail Falls. At Horsetail Falls, you might want to walk to Upper Horsetail. It's really beautiful, only takes 30 minutes, and you get to go into a lava cave with the waterfall coming off the edge, so super cool. From Horsetail, you're going to continue west the way you were heading, and you'll be at Multnomah shortly. At Multnomah Falls, make sure and put the bikes in the right place. We have a bike rack on the right-hand side across from the lodge just before the bridge. And then our recommendation there is just to hike up to the bridge. It's about a 10-minute paved walk and definitely the best view of the waterfall there. Hiking beyond that, we don't really recommend, just too high effort without a whole lot of reward. There is a cool hike at Multnomah to Wahkeena Falls, which is about a 30-minute round trip, and it's 0.8 of a mile. Beautiful 300-foot tall waterfall over there. Also has a bridge you can walk to. So from there, you're going to turn the bikes around and head back toward where you picked them up. You'll pass our driveway, and just a couple hundred yards down the road is the start of the protected bike path that goes 7 miles to Cascade Locks. Some of the highlights on that path, I really like the Bonneville Dam and Fish Hatchery. Really cool to check out. They've got 12-foot sturgeon in there, Herman the sturgeon. You can learn about the salmon life cycle, and it's just a beautiful place to ride the bike right on the Columbia River. Also, really highly recommend the Wahclella Falls trail, which is there. It is a 2-mile round trip. It takes about an hour. It's nice and flat and cool right in the slot canyon next to a creek with tons of waterfalls, and is seriously the best hike in the gorge. So do that if you can. From there, you're going to continue to the Eagle Creek Recreation Area. There you'll find a beautiful road to ride further into the mountains, just about a mile. That's really beautiful. And on the other side, a viewing area above the dam of where you'll often find osprey and herons and eagles. So really cool to check that out. If you keep going, you'll eventually make it to Cascade Locks. And in Cascade Locks, there's the Bridge of the Gods, there's Thunder Island, both ways to just get out onto the Columbia, the bridge obviously over it, the island right in the middle where you can ride. Really cool place to go and just get some beautiful views of the gorge. So that is our recommendations for where to go. If you do go all the way to Cascade Locks, note there's a staircase. Put the wheels in the groove on the side and just slowly lower them down. If you're not too confident, just have two people do each bike. That is where to go. And now we're going to cover how to use these bikes. So you're going to turn them on by pressing and holding this mode button here, and you'll see the screen come on. And if you see your screen has 5 bars of battery, that's start of a good day. Now you see where it says 1 here. If you press this button a few times, that number will go up. That's the bike helping you more. So these bikes have pedal assist, and the higher the number, the more it helps you. There is also a throttle on the bike. So if you twist this, you can see the bike will move forward a little bit like that. I like to use that just to get started. Kind of helps you when you're standing still. Other than that, this is the rear brake. This is the right brake. That's the one you want to use. You can pull this one if you need a lot of braking, but most of the time the rear is going to be what you want. We do have some other models that look a little bit different. You'll find just the power button there turns it on. The plus sign makes it more powerful. It still has a throttle. The right is still the rear brake that you want to use. So that is where to go, how to use the bikes. As far as riding safely out there, do pay attention. You're on a road shared with cars in places, and you want to follow all the rules of the road. So starting with our driveway here, we really recommend walking the bikes at the end of our driveway into the road, just so you're extra cautious and not just shooting into the road when a car could be coming. So be careful there. Make sure you have your helmet on at all times and it's fit well. You can snug it up to your head by kind of twisting the dial here in the back. Once you're down on the road, there's no more gravel. It's only our driveway. So if you find yourself on gravel, you're in the wrong place. That's where most of the accidents happen. If there are some cars behind you and you want them to go by you, the recommendation is just to kind of slow down and give them a wave in a straight part of the road where it's safe for them to pass. Other than that, we recommend riding kind of right in the middle of your lane and just owning that lane until you want the car to pass, and you'll hit the brakes and give them that wave. Those are really our top safety tips. So go out there, have fun, and we'll see you when you get back. Make sure and give us a call if you need any help with anything while you're out there. Our phone number is right at the top of the guide, along with the code to the locks. So have a great day.